Welcome to another dramatic episode of the Celeb Report. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now, let's dive into another explosive video about the latest celebrity breaking news. A shocking scandal has just rocked the love and marriage Huntsville world, and this time, it's far worse than we ever imagined. Allegations of abuse have surfaced involving someone connected to the show's production, and let's just say Carlos King might have some serious explaining to do. Is this just another case of messy reality TV drama, or is there something much darker happening behind the scenes? Stay tuned, because we're about to break it all down, expose the receipts, and dive into the real truth behind these disturbing claims. You don't want to miss this. Welcome back to the channel, where we break down the most explosive reality TV scandals, drama, and behind-the-scenes chaos that the networks don't want you to know about. Today, we've got a major bombshell that's shaking the love and marriage Huntsville fan base to its core. If you thought the drama between Martell, Melody, Letitia, and Marceau was intense, hold on tight, because this is on a whole different level. Whispers of an abuse scandal involving someone connected to the LH production team have been circulating, and people are now questioning just how deep the toxicity runs on this show. Could it be that Carlos King, the mastermind behind the series, knew about this and chose to stay silent? Or is this just another attempt to cover up something much bigger? In this video, we're uncovering everything from the allegations to the shocking responses and the implications this could have for the show's future. And let me tell you, the details are chilling. So grab your popcorn, because we're about to dive into all the unfiltered truth right now. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you never miss an update on the biggest reality TV scandals. Now, let's get into it. Let's start with what we know so far about this alleged abuse scandal that has sent shockwaves through the love and marriage Huntsville fan base over the past few weeks. Rumors have been circulating about a serious situation involving someone connected to the production of LAMH. While specific details are still emerging, multiple sources claim there have been allegations of abuse and mistreatment behind the scenes, allegations that could have major implications for the show's future. This isn't just your everyday reality TV drama. This is something far more serious, something that could change the way fans view LAMH and the people behind it. At the center of this controversy is someone reportedly with close ties to the show's production team. Some sources speculate that this could be a high-level producer, a cast member, or even someone working directly under Carlos King. Let's be real, Carlos King is known for pushing the drama to the max on his shows, but if these allegations hold any truth, this isn't just good television, it's a serious issue. It's a potential PR disaster right now, and speculation is running wild. But one thing is clear, people are demanding answers. Fans have been flooding social media with questions like, why hasn't Carlos King addressed this yet? Who's protecting the victims? And is this another cover-up like we've seen in other reality TV scandals? What kind of abuse is being alleged? Now, here's where things get even murkier. While no official statements have been made, online sources suggest that the allegations involve emotional, verbal, and possibly even physical abuse. Some insiders claim that certain cast members were aware of the mistreatment but felt pressured to stay silent in order to protect their spots on the show. Others say this issue was raised behind closed doors, but the network and producers chose to sweep it under the rug to avoid bad press. Let's not forget that the love and marriage Huntsville cast has never shied away from explosive arguments, toxic behavior, and intense confrontations. But if there's truth to these allegations, this is no longer just reality TV drama. It's a real-life issue that demands accountability. The biggest question now is, will the truth ever come out? Before we dive into how the cast and production team are responding to these claims, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. This situation may not be as surprising as it seems. Keep watching, because the next part will have you looking at Carlos King and reality TV producers in a whole new light. Let's be honest, this isn't the first time we've heard about scandals, mistreatment, and toxic environments behind the scenes of reality TV. From Real Housewives to Love and hip hop, we've seen time and time again that producers often encourage chaos to keep viewers entertained. But at what cost? And the real question is Carlos King running his shows the same way? We already know Carlos King is a mastermind when it comes to crafting high-stakes, dramatic reality television. He's been responsible for some of the most explosive moments on TV. But is this a case of production crossing the line, turning drama into something far more dangerous? Before we get into how this scandal directly impacts love and marriage, Huntsville, let's take a look at the history of abuse allegations in reality TV. Over the years, we've seen disturbing accusations about manipulative producers pressuring cast members into volatile situations, toxic and unsafe filming environments where conflict is encouraged and even rewarded, and abuse of power behind the scenes, especially from those with influence over casting, editing, and contracts. Several reality stars from other franchises have spoken out in the past, exposing how producers stir the pot, create conflict, and sometimes even cover up problematic behavior. If we look at some of Carlos King's past work, we see a pattern of explosive drama that goes far beyond the usual reality TV conflicts. This raises a huge question. If producers knew about serious mistreatment happening behind the scenes of love and marriage, Huntsville, did they ignore it for the sake of ratings? Did Carlos King know about it? Now, here's where things get even more concerning. Carlos King is the face of love and marriage. Huntsville. He's the executive producer, the mastermind behind the show's success. Nothing happens on that set without his approval. So, if this abuse scandal is as serious as insiders claim, it's hard to believe he didn't know anything about it. The real question is, did he choose to look the other way? Let's not forget that in the world of reality TV, bad press isn't always a bad thing. Controversy keeps people watching, talking, and engaging on social media. And with love and marriage, Huntsville, already being one of OWN's most talked about shows, could it be that producers saw this coming and chose to stay silent until they absolutely had to address it? Now, why haven't the cast members spoken out? This is another element raising eyebrows. We've seen love and marriage, Huntsville stars be vocal about drama in the past, but when it comes to this scandal, most of them are keeping quiet. Could it be because they are under strict contracts that prevent them from speaking out? Do they fear retaliation if they expose too much? Or are they simply waiting for the perfect moment to drop their own version of the truth? Whatever the reason, one thing is clear. People are watching and waiting for answers. But the biggest question remains, will this scandal take down love and marriage, Huntsville for good, or is there something even bigger lurking beneath the surface? Trust me, you won't believe what we're about to reveal next because this situation just got even messier. Let's dig even deeper because this scandal isn't just about one incident. It's about the power dynamics that exist in reality TV. When we think about reality TV, we often focus on the cast members, the ones in front of the cameras. But what about the ones pulling the strings behind the scenes? The producers, the executives, and in this case, Carlos King himself, who really controls the narrative. Here's something most casual viewers don't realize. Reality TV isn't as real as it seems. While the drama may be based on real-life conflicts, producers and network executives have immense control over what gets shown, what gets cut, and even how cast members are portrayed. Many reality stars have spoken out about how editing manipulates their words, how producers fuel conflicts, and how certain cast members are protected while others are thrown under the bus. Could that be happening with love and marriage? Huntsville? Think about it. Certain cast members always seem to be at the center of the drama, but is that because they genuinely cause the most conflict, or is it because producers are setting them up? Some stars get villain edits, while others are portrayed as the voice of reason. But who decides that? And most importantly, when something truly problematic happens behind the scenes, who gets to cover it up, and who is forced to take the fall? These questions bring us back to Carlos King and his role in this latest scandal. Carlos King's reputation: genius producer or master manipulator. Carlos King is no stranger to controversy. In fact, he built his career off messy reality TV. From The Real Housewives of Atlanta to Love and Marriage, Huntsville, his shows are known for explosive arguments, deep betrayals, and constant drama. But how much of that is natural, and how much of it is orchestrated? There have been rumors for years that Carlos encourages cast members to stir the pot, rewards those who bring the most chaos, and even uses private information against cast members to create dramatic storylines. If those claims are true, we have to ask, how far is he willing to go? Would he turn a blind eye to toxic or abusive behavior on set if it meant keeping the drama alive? Would he silence cast members who wanted to expose the truth? And most importantly, would he protect certain people while letting others take the fall? All of this leads us to the biggest question of all. Who benefits the most from this scandal, and who is about to lose? If you've been following this story closely, you've probably noticed something strange. Many people are staying silent. When people refuse to talk, it usually means there's something even bigger at stake. So, most of the Love and Marriage Huntsville cast members are staying quiet about the scandal, and that tells us a few key things. They might be under strict contracts preventing them from speaking out. They could also be afraid of retaliation if they expose too much. Or they might know something even bigger is about to drop, and they don't want to be caught in the middle. There's also the possibility that cast members are choosing silence to protect themselves, waiting for the right time to speak out without jeopardizing their future on the show. It's clear that behind the silence, there's a lot more going on than meets the eye. Now let's talk about OWN, the network that airs Love and Marriage Huntsville. If OWN knew about serious misconduct happening behind the scenes, they would have a huge reason to keep things quiet. A scandal like this could lead to lawsuits, loss of sponsorships, and even cancellation. If OWN executives were aware of the alleged abuse but didn't act, they could also be held accountable. Let's be real. Reality TV networks love controversy, but they hate anything that could cost them money. If OWN is keeping quiet, it means they're either trying to protect themselves or waiting to see how bad the damage gets before they respond. The network silence could be an effort to prevent further fallout, or it could signal a strategy to protect their own interests at all costs. Carlos King has built his career on being the king of messy reality TV, but now he's the one in the hot seat. If he speaks out too soon, he could accidentally expose more than he wants to. If he stays silent, it might make him look guilty. If he tries to spin the narrative, people will be watching closely for inconsistencies, and no matter what happens, Carlos King is now under a microscope, and every move he makes from this point on will be scrutinized heavily. His reputation as a master manipulator of reality TV drama is now being put to the test, and there's no escaping the intense public scrutiny. The world is watching, waiting to see how he responds. At the end of the day, someone is going to take the fall for the scandal. Will it be a cast member who gets blamed to protect the producers? Will OWN sacrifice Carlos King to save face? Or will this scandal expose even more shocking truths about reality TV? One thing is for sure. This isn't over yet. Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. This isn't just about Love and Marriage Huntsville or Carlos King. This scandal is a symptom of a much deeper problem that has been lurking in the reality TV industry for years. Whenever a scandal like this breaks, we have to ask ourselves, how many similar stories have been buried? Reality TV thrives on drama, conflict, and chaos, but what happens when that chaos spills over into real life? When do producers cross the line between creating entertainment and exploiting real people's pain? And most importantly, what happens when reality stars are pushed to their breaking points for the sake of ratings? For years, former reality TV stars have spoken out about the toxic and dangerous tactics used behind the scenes. Some of the most common and disturbing accusations reality TV is not as real as people think. Producers cut and rearrange footage to change the meaning of conversations. A person can be made to look like a villain, a victim, or a hero, depending on how the footage is edited. We've seen this happen time and time again. Someone gets a bad edit, and suddenly, the public turns against them. Could this be happening in Love and Marriage Huntsville? Are certain people being protected by how the show is edited? Is there a deeper reason why certain cast members are always in the middle of the drama? And most importantly, is Carlos King behind this type of manipulation? Producers are notorious for fueling conflict between cast members, knowing that it keeps viewers engaged. Reality stars have spoken about how producers intentionally create situations designed to escalate into fights or emotional confrontations. But how far will they go to keep the drama alive? Could this abuse scandal be a result of producers intentionally pushing cast members into uncomfortable situations for ratings? One of the darkest realities of reality TV is that the people involved are often pushed to the brink of emotional or psychological collapse for the sake of entertainment. Producers may encourage cast members to air their deepest secrets or revisit painful moments to create emotional storylines. At what point does the pursuit of ratings cross into the exploitation of real pain? Many reality stars have shared how they were manipulated into confronting past traumas or put into unsafe situations that could have lasting consequences. Could this be what is happening behind the scenes of Love and Marriage, Huntsville? If so, how far did the producers and Carlos King go to ensure the drama played out? Even at the expense of the cast's well-being, the long-term consequences that many reality stars face after the cameras stop rolling are often ignored. Many cast members suffer from anxiety, depression, and even PTSD after being exposed to the toxic environment created on set. The constant pressure to perform, the manipulation, and the emotional toll can leave lasting scars long after the season finale. The question is, how much of this is part of the plan to create explosive TV, and how much of it is genuinely harmful to the people involved? Trust me, this situation goes much deeper than what we're seeing on the surface. Reality TV thrives on chaos, but when that chaos crosses the line into real harm, it raises serious ethical questions about the role of producers, networks, and the people behind these shows. The Love and Marriage, Huntsville scandal is just the latest example of how far the industry is willing to go for ratings. But will this scandal finally bring to light the dark reality of what happens behind the scenes? Only time will tell. Many reality TV stars have exposed a disturbing truth. Producers often reward the cast members who cause the most drama. Think about it. More drama equals more ratings, and more ratings equals more money for the network and producers. And of course, more money means producers are more likely to protect the ones who keep the chaos going. It has been rumored that Carlos King deliberately fuels the fire in his shows. He allegedly encourages cast members to bring up personal issues on camera, pressures them into revealing secrets they might not be comfortable sharing, and when the drama reaches dangerous levels, he lets it happen. If this is true, this latest scandal might not be an accident. It could be the direct result of the toxic environment Carlos has created behind the scenes. Now, here's where things get really dark. Being on reality TV isn't just about fame and money. It also comes with serious consequences, mentally, emotionally, and sometimes even physically. Many reality stars have opened up about the trauma they faced after appearing on these shows. Public humiliation, cyberbullying after being painted as a villain, mental health struggles from constantly being pushed into toxic situations, and the loss of friends and family relationships due to things said or done on camera. In extreme cases, reality TV has even led to tragic situations like substance abuse, depression, and suicides. So we have to ask, if Carlos King and the producers are willing to stir the pot for entertainment, are they also responsible for the damage that happens afterward? Because if this scandal is as serious as people are saying, then we need to have a bigger conversation about who should be held accountable when reality TV crosses the line. This isn't the first time a reality TV scandal has rocked the industry. Over the years, there have been many shocking behind-the-scenes revelations that show just how far producers are willing to go to create drama. Let's look at some of the biggest reality TV scandals that expose the dark truth about the industry before Love and Marriage Huntsville. Carlos King worked as a producer on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and his time there was just as controversial. He was accused of orchestrating messy storylines that ruined cast members' reputations. He was allegedly fired from the show for taking things too far, and many former housewives have hinted that he played a role in leaking private information to create drama. If Carlos was willing to do all that back then, what else has he been involved in behind the scenes of Love and Marriage Huntsville? Many love and hip-hop stars have accused producers of setting them up to look bad on camera. There have been claims of fights being staged, cast members being pitted against each other, and even real-life legal issues being exploited for ratings. Some stars have left the show completely broken, saying they were used and discarded. Could the same thing be happening on Love and Marriage Huntsville? Are certain cast members being used for drama and then thrown away? Are real-life situations being manipulated for the sake of ratings and storylines? These scandals raise a major question. How much of what we see on reality TV is genuine, and how much is manipulated behind the scenes for the sake of entertainment? It's no secret that producers will go to great lengths to create explosive moments, but what happens when they cross the line into exploitation? If the rumors about Carlos King encouraging cast members to stir the pot, revealing personal secrets, and letting the drama escalate are true, then this scandal is just one example of a much larger issue within the reality TV industry. As the love and marriage Huntsville scandal unfolds, we must ask ourselves, when does the pursuit of ratings and drama become harmful? How far are producers willing to push cast members, and what are the long-term consequences of that manipulation? Reality TV has always been about drama, but at what cost? This scandal is just the latest example of how far producers will go to create entertainment, but it may also be a turning point in the way we view the industry's ethical boundaries. The scandal isn't just about one incident. It's about the entire system of reality TV exploitation and its aftermath. What happens next? That's the million-dollar question. If this scandal continues to grow, there could be serious consequences. Will Carlos King finally speak out? Carlos has been shockingly quiet about the situation. Will he come forward with a statement to defend himself? Or is he hoping this will blow over before he has to face the truth? If he stays silent for too long, people will start assuming the worst. Could this lead to bigger lawsuits if cast members or staff come forward with more allegations? This could turn into a legal nightmare for Carlos King and the network. If evidence comes out that production ignored serious misconduct, we could see major lawsuits. The Oprah Winfrey Network, OWN, might have to cut ties with Carlos to protect themselves, and in the worst-case scenario, Love and Marriage Huntsville could be canceled altogether. Will more cast members speak out? Right now, many LH cast members are staying silent, but that silence won't last forever. If one person speaks out, others might follow. If enough people come forward, we could see the entire reality TV industry shaken up. One thing is clear. This story isn't over yet. The real question is who will be the first to expose the whole truth, and what will the fallout be when they do? If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for upcoming updates.